Let's be honest, not everyone hits a wall in retirement, but for some of us, the shift from working to wide open days can be a lot. And when you're on a budget, filling that time without overspending can feel even harder. In this compilation, I've pulled together my favorite videos full of strategies to overcome boredom, plus low cost and free ways to stay engaged, the routines that gave my day purpose, the hobbies that keep me curious, and simple ways to connect without spending big. So if you're looking for inspiration or just fresh ideas, I've got you. Let's dive in, and feel free to share it with someone figuring out their own rhythm in retirement. The retirement dream sells itself. Financial freedom, endless leisure, no more bosses. The glossy brochure version. However, preparing for the identity shift now can save you from the reality shock that blindsides most new retirees. Boredom in retirement isn't just possible, it's practically guaranteed. Studies show individuals aged 65 to 74 watch nearly 4 hours of TV daily, almost 30 hours a week. Not because they love television, because emptiness is terrifying. I know because I've lived it. 8 months ago, I walked out of my office for the last time. The first 4 months were wonderfully full and active with fun summer outdoor activities. Then winter hit. The snow piled up and my calendar emptied out. And suddenly I didn't have enough to do. Let me share what I discovered so you don't have to learn it the hard way. Gym visits, book clubs, golfing, weekend outings. These Band-Aid activities create the illusion of fullness, but they don't address the fundamental emptiness that can emerge. Retirement boredom isn't about having nothing to do. It's about having nothing that must be done. No obligation, no necessity, no purpose requiring your unique skills. Most people spend decades preparing financially for retirement, but give zero thought to preparing psychologically. The activities I'm about to share aren't just for retirees. They're seeds you can plant now while you're still working. Today, I'm sharing the 3 types of activities that actually eliminate retirement boredom. These completely shifted my retirement experience, and they'll transform your retirement preparation too. Let me set the stage a bit. For decades, your answer to what do you do defined you, gave you status, created instant connection. Then suddenly, nothing. The identity earthquake begins. Your professional expertise no longer requested. Your daily structure evaporates, and many of your social connections severed. Your status feels diminished overnight. Let's dive into the 3 powerful types of activities that can transform your free time from boring to brilliant. First up are deep focus activities. What if you could experience more joy in retirement than during your entire career? The secret lies in activities that trigger what scientists call flow state. This isn't passive consumption, not spectator pastimes, but activities requiring your full mental absorption. Even if you only have evenings and weekends now, starting these activities creates neural pathways that will serve you when your career ends. Think of it as retirement training for your brain. They challenge you. They have clear goals and feedback, where time disappears and your sense of satisfaction deepens. Let me give you a few powerful examples. 1, learning a musical instrument. Not casual practice, but structured advancement with regular lessons and performance goals. The complexity of music engages different regions of your brain simultaneously, creating new neural pathways that fight cognitive decline. Number 2, competitive chess or bridge or any game. Strategic thinking games with rating systems and tournaments that demand focused attention. These games create measurable progress that passive activities can never give you. 3, martial arts. The combination of physical discipline with mental focus creates a powerful engagement. The structured belt advancement system provides ongoing motivation. Back in the day, I did Taekwondo classes with my son. It was one of the best experiences in my life. I grew stronger and more confident, and doing it with my son deepened our connection too. I made it to purple belt before I let life get in the way. My son made it all the way to black belt candidate. The key here isn't the specific activity. It's the level of engagement. Remember, passive consumption drains energy. Active engagement creates it. I'm curious, are most of your activities things you passively consume, or are they things you actively create and achieve? Let me know in the comments. Your answer today predicts your retirement satisfaction tomorrow. Next up are contribution activities. Are you missing that feeling of being valued and needed? Countless retirees discover their expertise is their most valuable untapped asset, where your skills solve actual problems, not busy work, not manufactured importance, real impact that others genuinely value and appreciate. Finding ways to contribute meaningfully now, even in small doses alongside your career, builds connections and purpose that you can carry into retirement. It's like establishing your post-career identity before you need it. You see, your career gave you something essential, the feeling of being needed, of making a difference. Contribution activities can recreate this for you. Here are some powerful contribution options. 1. Skills-based volunteering. Use your professional expertise to help nonprofits with specific challenges. This isn't stuffing envelopes. I did a stint as a volunteer to answer phones at my local city office. The phone literally never rang. I sat in a basement office with no windows, all by myself, with a phone that never rang. That's not the kind of volunteering that you need right now. Instead, I'm talking about applying your highest value skills to solve meaningful problems. Number 2, mentoring entrepreneurs. Providing guidance to startups or small businesses in your industry can make a big impact on you and those that you're helping. Your decades of experience can help others avoid costly mistakes while keeping you connected to your field. 3, community problem solving. Joining task forces addressing specific local issues. These roles often combine social connection with meaningful action towards tangible goals. Remember, the goal isn't to recreate the stress of your career. It's to recreate the meaning. The smartest pre-retirees don't wait until day one of retirement to figure this out. They start building these contribution channels years before they need them. The last and most fun are the earned dopamine activities. The most fulfilled retirees discovered something shocking. Their brains crave achievement more than leisure. This brain chemistry hack changes everything. This is the most powerful, and it's the activity most retirees completely overlook. The one that creates what neuroscientists call earned dopamine, the brain's deepest satisfaction. If there's one category to start incorporating into your life years before retirement, it's this one. These activities create the achievement pathways that will keep your brain satisfied when the career accomplishments disappear. They combine clear metrics, visible progress, genuine contribution, and earned achievement. They create neurological satisfaction that passive leisure activities can never provide you. Here are some game-changing examples. Number 1, building something tangible. This one's my favorite. Woodworking, renovations, crafts, or construction projects with visible progress and lasting results. The physical evidence of making something with your hands, it creates a profound feeling of satisfaction. Number 2, growing food. Not decorative gardening, but producing actual sustenance from seed to harvest. The primal satisfaction of creating nourishment connects us to something deeper than career achievement ever could. Number 3, physical challenges with training progression. Marathon training, long distance cycling, hiking expeditions, or obstacle course races requiring preparation. The systematic improvement and eventual achievement creates a satisfaction loop that passive activities never can. Number 4, mastery projects. Documented journeys from beginner to expert in a specific craft or skill. The visible progression from novice to master creates ongoing motivation and a deep sense of satisfaction. This was my personal breakthrough. When winter eliminated my hiking and biking activities, I realized what I truly missed wasn't just the activity, it was the sense of accomplishment. So I rediscovered activities I'd loved before, like soap making and creative writing. I'm also exploring implementing more challenging fitness goals, possibly joining a pickleball league. I never expected that such a simple shift would make such a big impact, but it has made all the difference in the world. Retirement boredom isn't inevitable. It's what happens when you follow the conventional retirement script, when you've spent decades being Trina from environmental instead of just Trina. 8 months into my retirement journey, I've experienced both the fullness of those first months and the unexpected emptiness. What I initially thought was enough, gym visits, book club, hiking and biking, all proved lacking when the seasons changed. For me, rediscovering soap making, embracing gardening, and setting more ambitious fitness challenges filled that void with something deeper than just activity. They provided tangible achievement and measurable progress. The happiest retirees understand that their brain needs 3 things: engagement that creates flow, contribution that creates meaning, and achievement that creates a feeling of earned satisfaction. When you combine these elements, retirement shifts, taking it from boredom to an exciting new chapter of life. The question isn't whether retirement is boring. The question is whether you're brave enough to reject the conventional retirement script and write your own. Money's tight. Inflation's brutal. Entertainment budget? Gone. We're all feeling the squeeze while still craving fun things to do. But sitting at home watching reruns isn't your only option when you're watching your pennies. I collected 7 activities that cost less than a popcorn and a movie ticket, and most of them are completely free. The 7th one shocked even my frugal friends. No special skills required, no expensive equipment, just pure fun that won't drain your savings. I'll show you exactly how these simple activities can transform your downtime without emptying your bank account. Let's jump right in. Activity number 1, budget-friendly fitness challenges. This is one of my favorites. Staying active doesn't have to mean expensive gym memberships. There are so many ways to get fit while keeping costs down. Community centers offer free or low-cost fitness activities ranging from pickleball to water aerobics and everything in between. Many parks host free Tai Chi sessions, yoga in the park, or walking groups that welcome all fitness levels. Even recreational sports leagues often have affordable options for adults. You know, it's really cool. Finding ways to get fit while doing something meaningful, like joining those charity walks or fun runs in your neighborhood, or even volunteering for community cleanups and garden projects. You're moving your body and breaking a sweat, but you're also hanging out with people and making a difference. The best part, these things usually don't cost anything when you're volunteering, and you might end up making some great friends while getting healthier. It's kind of a win-win all around. I've had a ton of fun doing mud runs, obstacle courses, and 5Ks. And some of my friends have taken this hobby to the next level. They're now traveling to multiple Spartan races throughout the year, creating their own competitive circuit. They've built a tight-knit community around these events, training together and supporting each other through increasingly challenging courses. What started as a simple weekend activity has evolved into a passion that gives them purpose, fitness goals, and lasting friendships, all for the cost of race entry fees and shared travel expenses. For me, I loved the challenge of the races, the confidence I built as I got stronger and more coordinated, the sense of accomplishment I felt when I finished a race. It was so rewarding. Now, this one costs more than a popcorn and a movie ticket, but I think it's well worth considering. Activity 2, hidden city treasures. Most people walk past announcements for free local events without even noticing them. But every city and town offers amazing no-cost activities if you know where to look. Start with your local government website or community bulletin board. You'll find free concerts in the park, historical walking tours, and cultural festivals that happen year-round. Many museums have monthly free admission days or free evening hours too. Local colleges often host free lectures, film screenings, and art exhibits open to the public. I've become something of an urban explorer in my own city, discovering hidden architectural gems, forgotten historical markers, amazing street art, and quirky spots that most locals don't even know about. It costs nothing, but gives me a whole new appreciation for places I thought I knew. I discovered that my city also offers free guided nature walks through some of our local trails and free museum days. Download your city's official app or sign up for community newsletters to never miss these hidden free opportunities. Activity number 3, magic in the kitchen. Few activities engage all your senses like cooking, and mastering budget-friendly culinary skills becomes even more valuable when keeping your budget down. I've just started experimenting with fermentation, specifically sauerkraut, and the process is absolutely fascinating. Just cabbage, salt, and some seasonings keeps the cost incredibly low, about $3 total for 6 jars, which would cost $7 to $8 per jar at a specialty store. So far, my favorite is an apple ginger sauerkraut. It is so good. And did you know that learning simple smoking and grilling skills can completely transform inexpensive cuts of meat into meals that taste like they came from a high-end restaurant? A $10 pork shoulder becomes fall off the bone delicious with just time, attention, and the right wood chips. No fancy equipment needed either. A basic $20 smoker box for an existing grill gets the job done. It just takes a bit of patience and the right seasonings. What makes both fermentation and smoking particularly budget-friendly is how they elevate inexpensive ingredients. With fermentation, you're preserving seasonal vegetables for months. With smoking, you're tenderizing affordable cuts, turning tough, bland cuts into melt-in-your-mouth, bursting with flavor meals. The aromas that fill your home or backyard are intoxicating. The flavors add a whole new dimension to your meals. And these culinary skills can serve you well into retirement, providing sustainable, low-cost ways to create gourmet quality foods that impress while stretching your budget. Activity number 4, crafting, woodworking, and upcycling. For practically nothing, you can start creating. Old jars become beautiful candle holders, worn out t-shirts become shopping bags, broken furniture becomes art. Simple crafts like knitting provide both a creative outlet and practical results. For just a few dollars, you can get basic supplies to create hats, scarves, and so much more. The best part is you end up with something tangible that you can use, display, or give away as gifts. The satisfaction of creating something useful with your own hands, it's unmatched. My son started woodworking with just basic tools. Now he's crafting beautiful cutting boards that would cost upwards of $75 in stores. You don't need a full workshop. Start with simple projects like wooden phone stands or coasters. What makes this perfect for tight budgets is each project teaches skills that build on each other. My son started with basic cutting boards, but can now build custom boxes and small furniture pieces that would cost hundreds from stores. You know what I love about these projects? Not only do they keep some cash in your pocket, but there's something really satisfying about getting lost in the work. That feeling when time just flies by because you're completely absorbed in what you're creating. Activity number 5, making music. Look, I can hear some of you already saying that learning an instrument isn't cheap. And sure, it can get pricey, but it doesn't have to. Here's why. And this applies to any hobby. You can go all in immediately and spend a fortune, no question. Buy a brand new guitar, amp, and all the bells and whistles. You'll be out hundreds, maybe thousands. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be that way. And that's not what I'm encouraging you to do. Think about it. Almost everyone knows someone with a musical instrument gathering dust in their basement. Ask around your friends or family. I bet someone's got something they'd happily hand over for free. And if they don't, no sweat. Check out Facebook Marketplace. I bet you can grab a used instrument for pretty cheap. The best part is if you try it and it's not your thing, you're not stuck. Resell it, probably for a profit, or at worst, break even. It's like renting an instrument for free. And lessons? Nowadays with YouTube and free apps, they're pretty much obsolete. If playing isn't your thing, truly listening to music you love can become a dedicated hobby. Create themed playlists from different periods of your life. Explore the complete albums from artists you only knew from their radio hits, or dive into the history of your favorite music genre through documentaries and biographies from the library. The satisfaction of creating music, even simple rhythms or melodies, provides an amazing creative outlet. Activity number 6, nature walks and photography. There's something fundamentally satisfying about exploring the outdoors that no digital entertainment can even touch. I've mapped out at least 10 different hiking routes within 30 minutes of my house, each with unique features worth discovering. Challenge yourself to identify wildlife, native plants, or geological features. One of my hiking friends photographs the same mountain from the same spot each month, creating a record of gorgeous seasonal changes over time. For those who enjoy more purpose-driven outdoor time, many parks departments offer free nature inventory projects where you help catalog local species using simple apps. Getting outside doesn't have to cost a dime. Your body gets moving, your mind clears out all of the mental clutter, and you start noticing things about your neighborhood that you never saw before. And while you're out finding treasures in nature, let's take those outdoor skills to the next level with something that actually fills your pantry while emptying nothing from your wallet. Activity 7, foraging and wild food. Learning to identify wild edibles transforms ordinary walks into grocery gathering expeditions. Start with unmistakable plants like blackberries and dandelions before working up to more advanced finds. My neighbor John can now spot 15 edible plants within a half a mile of his house that most people walk right past. And before that, he was paying $7 for a tiny container of wild mushrooms that he's now harvesting for free. Beyond saving grocery money, there's something almost primal about reconnecting with food gathering skills that most of us have lost. Grab a field guide from the library and start with just one plant. Just be absolutely certain of your identification before consuming anything. Always verify with multiple sources and follow the forager's rule. When in doubt, throw it out. If you're looking ahead to retirement, these kinds of activities are gold. They're easy on the wallet, but rich in all the stuff that actually makes life good. Perfect for building those everyday habits that keep you feeling your best without draining your savings. These activities aren't just about saving money. They're about creating a rich, fulfilling life on a reasonable budget. This is exactly how I make my 500K retirement fund work for me, by finding joy in affordable experiences rather than expensive possessions. Which one are you excited to try first? If you watched part 1 of this series, you already have 7 great ways to have fun without breaking the bank. But what if I told you there are 8 more activities that cost next to nothing? The one at number 11 has completely transformed my social life in retirement. No special skills required, no expensive equipment, just more pure fun that won't drain your savings. I'll show you exactly how these simple activities can transform your downtime without emptying your bank account. Let's jump right in. First up, we have victory gardening for retirees, or really anyone. Did you know most cities have community garden plots available for less than $20 a year? Starting with just a few dollars worth of vegetable seeds can provide you with fresh produce all season long. I converted a small section of my yard into raised garden beds after retirement. It's easier on the back. And now harvest fresh tomatoes, peas, zucchini, and beans that would cost triple at the store. And they taste so much better too, full of flavor, sun ripened, and picked at their peak. And I discovered that my local library has vegetable and flower seed giveaways, making this even more affordable. Beyond the money saved on groceries, there's something incredibly satisfying about growing your own food, a connection to the land that many of us missed during our working years. The garden also creates opportunities for trading with neighbors. I trade my extra zucchini for my neighbor's extra cucumbers. I think it's a fun way to build community bonds while keeping costs down. Activity number 9, library offerings beyond books. I recently discovered libraries have completely transformed from quiet little book repositories to vibrant community centers. Most offer free movie nights, tech workshops specifically geared towards seniors, and speaker series on retirement topics like healthcare and estate planning. My local library even provides multiple craft workshops, yoga, game nights, and so many more interesting events. And for the men out there, they offer men's book clubs, which I think are particularly valuable. They introduce you to books you might never pick up on your own, plus provide a fantastic group of guys to discuss them with. It's a completely free way to keep your mind sharp and meet like-minded men. Activity 10, board game meetups. Board game cafes, community centers, and local meetup groups often host free game nights open to everyone. Chess, board games, card games, these strategic activities exercise your brain while providing face-to-face social fun. I was surprised to discover how many new creative games exist beyond the classics that I grew up with. From cooperative games to strategic challenges, there's something for every personality. I started with board games, but honestly, that was just my gateway drug to discovering tons of other meetup groups where I could hang out with people who love the same random stuff that I do. These get-togethers are really the best of both worlds. They make you think while connecting you with others. Activity 11, meetup groups. This one is my favorite. The internet has revolutionized how we find like-minded people. Platforms like meetup.com host thousands of free or low-cost groups centered around practically any interest imaginable. There are hiking groups, book clubs, photography walks, board game gatherings, language exchange meetups, and even groups dedicated to trying new restaurants on a budget. Most charge nothing beyond occasionally chipping in for supplies or meeting at a coffee shop where you might spend a few dollars. The social connection combined with learning something new makes this one of the best values for your limited entertainment budget. Activity number 12, stargazing, the affordable frontier. Grab your old binoculars or even just your eyes. Download one of those free stargazing apps on your phone and head outside on a clear night to explore the incredible universe above us. It's amazing what you can spot once you know what to look for. I discovered that many local astronomy clubs offer free telescope nights. They'll show you how to find planets, star clusters, and even distant galaxies without spending a dime on expensive equipment. Activity 13, fishing tournaments on a budget. So here's something I just discovered. There's a whole world of fishing tournaments out there that won't cost you a dime. I was chatting with a buddy who mentioned that many lakes host these free competitions specifically for seniors. I looked into it and found 3 different tournaments within driving distance of my house that don't charge any entry fees. It's such a fun way to add a little excitement to your regular fishing routine. Plus, you end up meeting all these other folks who love fishing too. And even if you don't catch the biggest fish, they usually have cookouts afterward where everyone shares stories. Some true, some probably exaggerated about that one that got away. Activity 14, try to beat a world record. Now, this one might sound a little crazy at first, but hear me out. Have you ever thought about trying to break a world record? I'm not talking about running a 4-minute mile or anything extreme like that. There are thousands of these really quirky records out there just waiting to be broken. My neighbor Rick discovered he had this unusual talent for speed sorting playing cards, of all things. He looked up the record, practiced for months in his living room, and while he didn't end up breaking the record, he had an absolute blast trying to. He said it gave him something to work toward every day. The Guinness World Records website lets you browse all these records for free. It costs nothing to try, and trust me, your grandkids will think you're the coolest grandparent ever when you tell them you're a world record challenger. Activity number 15, improv your inner artist. You know what I've realized since retiring? A lot of us put our creative sides on hold for decades while we were working. Remember when we used to doodle or paint before real life took over? Well, now's the perfect time to pick that back up. Imagine this, you dust off your sketchbook after all these years, and the moment that pencil touches paper again, there's this rush of happiness that catches you completely off guard. It's like reconnecting with an old friend you didn't realize you'd been missing all this time. The best part is you don't need fancy equipment to start. Just a simple pencil and paper will do, or maybe a basic watercolor set from the dollar store. Imagine making a homemade birthday card for your grandchild instead of buying one, and then seeing their eyes light up because it meant so much more than a store-bought card ever could. Who knows what hidden talents you might discover once you begin. Whether you're stretching your 500K nest egg like me or working with any budget, these hobbies deliver real satisfaction without the financial stress. And it shows you don't need to spend big to live richly in retirement. The beauty is that many of these actually save you money over time. From growing vegetables to using free library services, you're not just having fun, you're being financially smart. Which of these 15 activities from both videos are you most excited to try? And don't forget to hit subscribe for more practical ways to enjoy retirement without needing millions in the bank.